want to say good afternoon to everybody. I want to thank you guys for taking your time out of your busy schedule. I know some of them don't have as busy schedule as they used to for retirement. Before I get started, I want to make sure that I acknowledge those who are critical to Jamael Tito Brown and allowing me to be the person I am. My mother, she's tireless in my efforts, 100%. She is the reason you can see me out in the public many days and many nights, because it's the girls and the boy now that she's there with on a regular basis. I'd like to thank my wife for being here as well. She is tirelessly been my best friend, my girlfriend, and probably one of the best political advisors that I can have in my life, because without her, I don't think we would have made it this far. So I want to thank you for that as well. I'd like to thank my children. Whether they know it or not, they make a big sacrifice for Dad not being there some nights, or me dragging them to an event, or some type of dinner, or a political function. They are truly public servant children. So I thank you guys for all you do. And Aaron couldn't be here today because he's fighting with those finals at Akron University, so we won't distract him from that. I want to thank my family, all of my family that are here, my friend, my previous co-workers, some of my current co-workers. I want to thank you for being here. Also, I have an extended family. I introduced my mother, but I have several other parents, because the Tito Brown story is because others took time to nurture me, to grow me, to teach me how to be a young man. Mr. and Mrs. Swicka, I want to thank you for being my parents. And I have my other mother, Miss Mozzie, in the back. So those are where I spent many of my days and my nights, and also driving in their cars, whether you knew it or not. We did take many rides in your car. I had a good number of volunteers over the years, from being a school board, from city council, and those who will commit to volunteering for my campaign. I want to thank you right now, because I might forget to do so. The experience of Youngstown has been tremendous. We've been known to be a community of our negative feedback, whether it be the closing of our steel mills. We've been known for Bomb Town, USA, the epidemic in the 90s for drugs, where it tore down and really broke down the families of this community. We've even been known as the homicide capital of USA. We've even had corruption in our local government and our leadership over the last 30 plus years. But over the last 8 to 10 years, I've had an opportunity to see a change and a forward momentum where we are moving forward under the leadership of Mayor Jay Williams. I can remember specifically sitting down with Jay, talking about, what do you see, Jay? What do you see the next 10 years for the City of Youngstown? And he talked about downtown Youngstown moving again. He talked about leadership. He talked about how we need to stand up and push forward for this community. But I can also remember sitting down with him and saying, how do we do this? And he said, you have to do it with the community. You have to do it with the people of this community. And as a school board member, I have opportunity now to see. When I was a councilman, I had an opportunity to see. As president of council, I had an opportunity to see that we are moving forward. So today I stand before you and want to announce that I'm running for mayor of the City of Youngstown, because I want to continue that forward momentum that's been started, and we want to continue on for the next 20 to 30 years for the City of Youngstown as your mayor. And now let me be real plain and honest with you. That's going to come with some hard work and commitment. And as your mayor, the first thing you have to understand is that we will be focused on job growth and expansion, like the one at V&M. That was where you had municipalities from Girard and Youngstown working on one project and one goal, and that was for jobs for the people of the community in Youngstown. We have to have that. Under my administration as your mayor, I will make sure the environment is clear and inviting to those who want to invest in small business, such as the Gatta Group, who started the V2 right here. I want to take the small business owners, and where we take private and public dollars to put them together, and you can see the success of what happens when you do that. That's why I chose this location. I wanted to spotlight what small business owners should feel and what they should want to do in the City of Youngstown. You have to understand that we will continue fighting crime in this community. I'm one that's been personally exposed to crime in this community, and I won't stand for it anymore. We're going to continue fighting for crime in this community. What we'll make sure that we do, we'll make sure we have community involvement from our religious, from our civic, and our social leaders in this community, such as our SERVE program that we are currently doing. One of the things you have to know under my administration, we will get out in that community. We will build better relationships. We will make sure that when we're asking the individuals to help us with the crime, that we have a relationship with them and they understand that we truly do care about the neighborhoods where they live and work. I believe wholeheartedly in my heart that everyone should feel safe in no matter what neighborhood you live in, and I will commit that my chief of police and my staff will do that for you. As well, I will make sure my police and my fire have the right tools and technologies while they're out there working and protecting us on a day-to-day basis. We will continue the neighborhood improvements. People want to live in the city, but they want their neighborhoods to look good and clean. We will continue removing those substandard housing that is in the neighborhoods. We'll be strong in code enforcement to make sure that we have everyone's up to code and what they need to do in those communities. As well, we will make sure that we have a vision and a plan for those neighborhoods like we did in the 2010 plan. We will have a plan for each one of those neighborhoods so individuals know and understand where we're going with those neighborhoods. Now, as mayor, one of the things I really want to do, and Mayor Sam has done it well, I want to continue streamlining government. I think government, as we look at, we have to be more, if we're going to be lean, we have to be more efficient and effective with the revenues that we have. I'll make sure that my staff understand, although we're going to be leaner, we need to be smarter, but we will be focused on the residents and making sure that we still provide a service to this community as their leaders and as my mayorship continues on. Let me make it honestly clear to you guys. You're my family and friends. Some of you know me. Some of you have just gotten to know me. As your mayor, here's what you'll find out about Tito Brown. The first thing is you'll find out I'm going to do the right thing. I'll be committed to doing the right thing. I might not always get it right, but I will be committed to do the right thing for the bigger and the broader picture. Second thing, you'll know that I'm committed to excellence. When I get into something, when I get involved in something, I'm giving 110%, and that's what you'll have as me, as a mayor. I'll be fully committed to excellence for the city of Youngstown. And the last thing you need to know about Tito Brown, from the bottom of my heart, I care. I care where we move from the city. I care what happens to the city. I care about the future of Youngstown. It's not about me. I'll be honest with you. My mayor's race is not about me. Being the next mayor is not about me. It's about Quentin. It's about Clarissa. It's about Camille. It's about our next generation of our children and our youth. That's why I want to be the next mayor of the city of Youngstown. Last but not least, I will be committed to making sure that our young children, our young people in this community have opportunity for education and employment. All of what I talked about jobs, I talked about neighborhood, I talked about crime and safety, I talked about streamlining government. None of that will matter if we don't have educated young people in our community and we're not investing back into our young people. And that's what I plan to do as your mayor. But we can't talk about jobs. We can't talk about education. If we talk about these, they need to be ready. They need to be a prepared workforce. They say one statistic is that individuals by 2016 will at least need an associate's degree just to find a job in the United States of America. So we need to make sure we're preparing them for the workforce. So as I leave you here today, and I told you I want to do this because I want to continue to forward progress as your mayor of the city of Youngstown. I cannot do it by myself. I need you to be committed to helping me by volunteering, by telling your neighbors, by telling your friends that Jamael Tito Brown is your candidate, that you believe my mission and my plan is really precise and is ready for the community. At this time, I want to say God bless you, thank you, and have a great holiday. I have some of my media friends here today, and I often want them to ask questions and or give me an opportunity to, any questions?
Well, yeah, we need to do it with a microphone, though.
They need to do it with a microphone. So, listen, I want to thank you guys so much. I know it's going to be a long road, but it's going to be a hard road. But at the end of the day, I'm truly committed to make this happen. And I know with your help, we can make this happen. Thank you for coming out.